Greetings, schools, and welcome back to another dive into horror anthology television. Tonight we're taking a look at a classic episode of The Haunted Hour, a show that many of us were too old to enjoy when it aired. That won't stop us, don't be silly. Tonight's episode is titled Afraid of Clowns, and if you are scared of clowns, maybe you shouldn't watch this one because it's simply crawling in the painted up creeps. So we open in a flashback scene to a child's birthday party, and little Chris is hiding in a bathroom closet from a scary clown. His parents and the clown try to coax him out, but he looks like he's going to drown himself. So roughly 7 years later, and it's the day before Chris's special day, he's turning 13 years old. His dad decides that now is a great time to talk about some of the changes that Chris will face when he turns 13. Chris can't help but zone out and focus entirely on the scary clowns in the newspaper on the table. His dad regains his attention and continues trying to talk to Chris about aging, but this is not a successful discourse when Chris shuts down the talk. No one wants to have the talk. Lucky for Chris, his bestie, Finch, is at the door and they run off on their bikes. They spot one of their buddies, Danica, hanging out with some high schoolers, which Finch finds super cool. He wants to hang with the older kids too. We learn that Danica and the older kids are going to the clown show, and she invites the two younger dudes. Chris turns down the clown time, and this angers his buddy Finch. We notice a clown is watching them from behind a bush as they speed away on their bicycles. The two kids talk more about Chris's decision to skip out on the show. Finch knows his bestie well enough to know that he turned down the plans, not because he's too cool to hang with the other older kids, but because he's honestly mortified of the clowns. Chris does his best to explain his clown phobia.
It's more than that. It's like they know me. Like they're coming for me.
Chris, today you're only 12, so I'm gonna let this one slide. Tomorrow, you turn 13. It's time to get over this clown thing, okay?
His buddy wants the best for Chris. He wants him to get over this clown thing once and for all. So he leaves to go scope out the clown show, leaving Chris all alone. With a big burst of frustration, Chris whacks the clown painting with the rock and... Oh, hell no. So Chris starts riding his bike home, and before long, there's a blue car following him. Finally, Chris stops to see what they want. Then the worst thing ever happens.
Don't be scared. I'm here for you. We're all here for you.
Oh no, the clown car holds a lot of clowns. Look at them all. Ugh. So Chris runs home and gets up to his room as fast as he can. The clowns honk their honkers and wave crazily at him. Chris is interrupted from his panic by his dad, who tries to relax his son. He swears that the clowns won't hurt him. They're there for entertainment. Again, Pops thinks this is a great opportunity to have the talk with his son. And Chris wants absolutely nothing to do with that because he's too distracted by the awful clowns. So Chris rests his head and closes his eyes, and we cut to another clown nightmare. The clowns are really excited to carve his hand up. Chris's hand is made of cake, and he's a scared boy. His parents wake him up, and it's the big day, his 13th birthday. At the front door is Danica, the sweet girl that has a crush on him. So she gives him a card in hopes that he will hang with her later on. When he opens up the card, he's mortified to see a ticket to the Clown Town event later on. Of course, Chris is triggered when he sees Captain Crazy on the ticket. So regardless of all the red flags about clowns that Chris has lived through, the peer pressure of it all has Chris at the clown show. The two boys have their tickets ready when they run into Danica and company. We learn that Jamie, the older kid, is not Danica's boyfriend or love interest or anything. He's into one of the other girls. Danica really likes Chris. She does her best with small talk in line as they hand in their tickets. But Chris can hardly hang. He looks like he's turning white when a clown speaks to him. Alright, so we're in the clown tent now, friends. What's going to happen in this nightmare-fueled spot? The lead clown is Captain Crazy, and yeah, he does look quite crazy. He asked the crowd for a special volunteer, someone who is celebrating their 13th birthday today. Of course, Chris panics, but he's spotted out of the lineup. His friends laugh and watch him as he's put into a box with magical qualities. Against his will, Chris is tossed in there, and they shut the door closed, locking it tight. The clowns start rapidly spinning the magic box. All the while, Chris cries out for help. No one cares. The clowns and the crowd start counting down from 5, and this sends Chris spiraling in the box. The door is opened, and Chris is shown off to the crowd. He's a stinking, spooky, creepy clown. The clowns show him his new look in the mirror, and he is speechless. He shoves off a couple of clowns and runs off towards the back. It doesn't take long for the clowns to follow him. He wipes his face vigorously with the towel, and nothing comes off of his spooky new clown face. That's when his parents come into the room.
Chris.
Hey, pal.
What are you doing here?
I tried to tell you, buddy, you're 13. Now's the time your body becomes different.
What are you talking about? What's happening to me?
Oh, this is a very big day for you, sweetheart. Today you become one of us.
Well, that's something different.
This is who we are, Chris.
We wear these human faces to blend into society. But we're clowns.
So Chris is warmly welcomed to the tribe, but he is mortified beyond his wildest belief, and the episode ends here. Wow. This series is awesome. I can't deny that this is one of my favorites too, so I'm going to give this one the highest score of all. A stellar 10 out of 10. 13 is a wild age to live through, and it's even worse when you realize you're a big spooky clown on top of it. I found the character of Chris relatable. He had his weird best friend who he did everything with, and Danica was really nice to him too. So I wanted things to end neatly and happily for the poor lad, and instead he's clowned. I'd like to think maybe Danica and his best buddy are clowns too, but it doesn't look like it. Probably not. There's no indication of that. So what does Chris's life look like after this? I'm left with more questions than answers, but wow, did I love this experience. I would love a follow-up episode on Chris the Clown Kid. Are you scared of clowns? Let me know about it down in the comments, as I love hearing from you all. Thank you, patrons, for making today's video possible. I couldn't do it without you. Be sure to hit the spooky like button if you enjoyed this one, and if you hated it, don't. It's all good. I'll see you next week, ghouls. Be well and stay spooky.